Hey everybody, welcome back to another tutorial video. This video we're going to showcase how to build version 2 of the X-Wing fighter that I built in the last video. I have seen some really elaborate X-Wing builds, but I guess from my perspective I'm just trying to build something that looks kind of cool but is also easy enough to build for anyone out there, and also provides a little bit of functionality in terms of having some storage space for when you're out adventuring. So something that you can actually use when you're playing the game. As always, I'll try and build this as if I'm in survival mode. I like to build these tutorial ships in the sandbox, just because it's unlimited resources. It just makes life a bit easier. But feel free to follow along and build your own, put your own spin on it, that kind of thing. And I guess just let me know what you think. Alright, let's get started. The first thing I do is get a small dynamic foundation. Okay. And then from there I'm going to go and get the acres roof. You can use any roof you like. I use the acres roof just because kind of, I guess, the closest thing I have to a white roof. Okay. So just snap to the first roof, nudge it across until it sort of sits on the edge like that one. Then you can destroy the first one you put up. Snap it to the other roof. Oops, you've just put on there. And then again, nudge it all the way to the end. And that gives us our first two bottom wings. Now what we want to do is just put some flooring down. Again, I'm using the beachy theme because they're white, but you can use whatever you have available. We also need to put another piece of flooring on the ends here, just like that. That's just to give the roof something to attach to. Okay, and you can see now we've got the shape of our X-Wing. Alright, so now at the front, get the medium dynamic foundation, which is the long one. And then we also go into vehicle parts, get the platform bumper, the small one, put that on the front. And then again, back to our flooring. Okay, put that on. Okay, starting to look like an X-Wing. From a practicality point of view, couple of chests. Now it doesn't normally spring out of the ground like that. I think it's because it interacted with something. Hence where that granite came from. But anyway, it is what it is. Usually to get it out of the ground like that, I just put balloons on it and lifts it up. Okay, so now what we want to do is just thicken up the sides a little bit and also provide a little bit of a I guess a step that we can use to go onto the ship. A little bit tricky trying to get that on in place, but if you can kind of, there we are, get it like that. And then we want to get this one. Put it on there like that. To do the same on the other side. What you can do is put the bottom one on first if that's easier. Put it on top like that. And then we'll just put that last one on. Okay, so that just gives us a little bit of shape. And it also gives us a step that we can jump onto. Alright, now what we want to do here is we want to sort of build up our cockpit area a little bit. But first of all, let's just put in seat. Now this is kind of optional, but I like to just make sure I've got room for a passenger. I'll have a balloon there, so what I'll do is just move it forward a couple of spaces. Okay, and I'll put the balloon right behind it. And then I'll grab medium driver's seat and just put a space between it like that. Okay, so now if we go back to our flooring, what we want to do now is just give it a little bit of shape. So we'll just put that one on there, that one on there, put a little one like that. Okay. And then we just want to go like so. Alright, make sure you can get in and out of the seat. And with the back one. Looks good. Okay. Now we want to get a little bit hard to see. Let me just see if I can. Here we are, swing it around so we can see a bit better. Okay, so you want to go like that. Yep. Create a little bit of a cockpit area. Again, just make sure you can get in and out of the seats. Oops. Right, aim for the back one there. Cool. Maybe we'll just leave it like that actually. I think that looks a bit better. Anyway guys, play around with it. Work out what you like. I think we'll just run with that for now. Okay, other thing we've got to do is put the long pieces on the end here. Okay. And of course we want them on the bottom there as well, like that. Now the bottom ones are a little bit hard to get at the moment because the ship is sort of half in the ground. Okay, what we'll do is we'll get the ship up out of the ground first. So to do that, just go and get the big balloon. The big balloon is going to sit right there behind that passenger seat. Then we're going to get two small balloons and they're going to sit just on either side. Ideally there. Okay, there we are. Just like that. Okay, and then we need to put thrusters on. Now thrusters. Okay, just there. And then I normally put one sort of in the middle there, or just down there. Whatever you like. Okay. And then we're going to put some on the front here because we're going to go with 3 because we want it to be quite fast at turning. And then again, same within here. I'm going to try and get my character out of the way a little bit. Okay, so 3 like that. 3 on this side. It'll be a little bit tricky to them into place. Sometimes I find it easier if you just destroy them and start again. And we just want to keep it symmetrical. So we've got them up at the top actually on that one. I had them too low before. So one there, and one there. There we go. Okay, so we also need to put the thrusters on the bottom here. So one there, there. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so these bottom thrusters we're going to set to number 1. Okay. They're all set to 1. Back ones will set to 1. And then I like to set these ones on the right. Channel 2. Means you also then have to set these ones on the left of channel 2. Okay, and the rest can stay as is. Now let's just... Okay, so we can rotate it. Now, let's just see if we can put the bottom pieces on. A little bit tricky. Right, so what we'll do instead, let's just lift up the nose of the ship a little bit. And we'll try it again. Better. A little bit tricky to get this right, but you can just sort of get yourself into such a viewpoint. Okay, so I can see that's too far forward. Okay, that worked. Another one on top. Do the same over here. What I did here was once I sort of got it lined up somehow, I just nudged it 5 times. And then we'll just put that last piece on. Just like that. Okay, so now. So it's a bit high because we've got the balloons on the front, but that's alright. You just have to get back up on the ship. Okay. There's those two. Okay, so now the ship is leveled out. Ideally, you should be able to jump up onto here. Have to run up the wing a little bit. Okay, jump in the seat. Now let's just test flight. Okay, so we can see that it's a little bit nose heavy. So let's fix that up. We'll just land this over here. And here we'll do nice and flat down here. Okay. What we can do is move these thrusters underneath or towards the middle. Or we can put balloons sort of on the front. What I might do is just move the thrusters. I'm just going to prop the front up so I can see better. Okay, now, I don't want to try and position maybe under the driver's seat a bit. So perhaps about, let's say about here. Just see how that goes. Again, set them to channel 1. Okay, let's get back on the ship. See how we go. Okay, so you can see we're flying a lot better now. The steering. Back to our starting position on this hill. There you have it. There's the X-Wing build. I think it looks kind of cool. Nice and functional. Got a couple of chests on it. Just for a little bit of storage. I mean, you could even potentially move the cockpit forward a little bit, maybe get a third chest on there. Yeah, I guess just see what you guys think, play around with it. Now, if you go underneath, I'll just give you a quick look at where I position those thrusters. So you'll see where the driver's seat is. The front ones are just below the back of the driver's seat. So where the yellow is. So you got one in the brown, one in the yellow, and same on the other side. Okay. Oops. Now you could even put another layer of step down there, make it a bit easier. I tend to just run up the wing, jump on like that, and then away we go. And you can see it's nice and level. Turn. Nice quick turning. Turning left. Okay, and what we'll do, let's just drop it and just see if it does a nice soft landing. So we'll go over here actually. Once we get over that land there. Well, I don't know if it's a soft landing, but nothing broke. Alright, so I'd call that a success. Thanks everybody for watching. Feel free to share with me any thoughts or feedback you have. Any potential improvements you can think of. Maybe something you could add is some lighting. You can put lighting anywhere. It should be pretty negligent weight wise, so shouldn't impact the way the ship flies. Yeah, otherwise, happy building, and I'll see you guys in the next one.